What is up, Dude and Dudets, ladies and germs? It's Sinister Pro, and I'm back with another I Survive So You Can Thrive Artificial Edition. Alright? If you like the content I'm putting out, why don't you scroll on down, hit that like and the sub button, maybe even leave me a comment. I like hearing from you guys. Alright? So, today's video. You might be wondering why I have two Rexes looking at me right now. Like I'm a good piece of meat. Alright? Well, they're tamed, so I'm not worried about it. Alright, so we're gonna do a mass hatching today, based on stat. One, to build the Rex army, two, to sit there and breed some new stats into my dinos. Alright? But I've been noticing on a couple of the groups and stuff that I am involved in that there's a lot of questionings happening, or there's a lot of questions getting asked about breeding, mutations, and things of that nature, and how all this works. So wrong thing. I'm going to do my best to explain the changes to the system and try to make this make sense, because it is complicated, and Wildcard doesn't exactly come out and say how this all works. So these are my assumptions, and this is how I believe the system works. So we've got event 1 here. This is an original level 5 tame. Okay. I put levels into her, so I don't know why I did, but I did. Alright. Unless the levels haven't shown up yet. No, I haven't put any levels into her. I don't know why she's only got 5 levels. But, so I bred Samson, which is down there farming me up some meat, with event 1 to get event 2. Now, event 2's got all of Mom's colors except for the backstrap. She has Samson's standard backstrap. So she's got Samson's health, stats, but nothing else. So, how this all works. Okay, so, she is a wild tame. She was a level 5 wild tame. So if we go down here to Ancestry, you'll see matrilineal and patrilineal. Okay, Ancestry lines. The matrilineal is the mother's side, the patrilineal is the father's side. Okay. I'm literally going to call them Ma and Pa from here on out, so I don't gotta say those ridiculously big words. And obviously hard for me to pronounce for some reason. Okay, so, now, as you've seen, there was nothing on either side. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's go back over here. Okay, I can best explain this by explaining the old system. Okay, in the old system, mutations were capped at 80. You could have 80 mutations from both sides. Okay? What that did, so people started to glitch the system and play in a gray area. Not necessarily cheating, however, just playing in the gray area. So what they do is they get most likely a father, okay, and then breed it with a wild female. So you could have as many mutations as you wanted on one side or the other, as long as you did not fill up both sides, as long as you didn't hit that 80 cap. Okay, now that's how the old system worked. So it basically allowed you to handpick the stats that you would breed into another dino. Gave you about an 80% chance with a matching male and female, okay, of equal stat, to get the stats that you wanted. Alright, Wildcard didn't want that, so they changed the system to this. Okay, now you can see the mother side has no stats because it was a wild tame. This Rex's father, alright, on the paw side was Samson. Samson has 8,210,836 mutations in his DNA line. Just his DNA line. Okay? So, you can't scroll down as far as I know. Okay? Yeah. You can't scroll down versus what it sees. So, we're going to go back in. Alright? Giving me, based on the wild birth mother in Samson's stats, Event 2 came out with an ID number. Now, though he has 8,210,836 mutations within his DNA line, okay, the game goes through when you breed a dino and you hatch a dino and randomly selects from the available mutations now with a mutation cap. So, when you breed, excuse me, alright, so when you breed, there's a certain percentage, every stat that is on the dino, okay, there's a certain percentage of a chance that you're going to get the father stat, the mother stat, or a random stat somewhere in between, better, worse, or whatever, on all stats. Okay? So that's how that works, to the best of my knowledge. Now, I'm going to pod these two up. Alright? And we'll go to something that is a little bit more complicated. So, Event 1 was a wild tame. Event 2 is a second generation breed from that wild tame. Now, the dinosaurs the Rexes that I'm about to show you have, the Rex that I'm about to show you is a superbred dino. Okay? It's the one I got from my wife, but it is a good example without me having to go over and try to whistle Samson from Wander and Aggressive. Okay, so, this Rex here, he is my stud. If you look, 25,000 health, 860 melee. Okay, so, my wife actually was going to let this dino die because it hatched with lower melee and lower health than her boss stat Rexes, which can happen. Now that you see, okay, there's an insane amount of mutations on the Maw and Paw sides. Okay, so the game breaks this all down into percentages and randomly selects based on those percentages. Whoop, wrong one. Come on. There we go. Based on those percentages of what stat it's going to generate. Okay? So you can increase your odds of getting the stats that you want or better by breeding, let's say, just because we're using Rexes, by taking a Rex with the same stats. Now, in our case, okay, that's not possible right now because I do not currently have a female Rex, statted the way that this Rex is. So, the best that we can hope for in the health and melee stat, the minimum stat we are going to keep when we hatch all these Rex eggs is 13.2. Okay? The minimum melee stat is 555. Alright? The best stats are what this dino has, 2580, or 25080, and 860, excuse me. Alright, now, that being said, anything with lower stats than that goes bye-bye. And yes, it is possible because it's not just going to select these stats based on what's represented here. Okay? It's going to go all the way back in both of these dinos' genealogy to randomly pull from the mutations list. Okay? So, I hope this helps people understand why it is so difficult to get a mutation from a dino. But that is my understanding of the system, and if I'm wrong or somebody sees this video and has better information than what I'm able to tell people, please share it. Share it in the comments below. Let me know. Don't be mean about it. I'm just throwing the best explanation that I have for how the system works. So, I'm going to toss these guys back in to their respective places. Alright. Okay, so I already have the eggs all cooked down, but that's basically the stats that we want from the Rexes. I actually don't want a mutation of any kind from these Rex eggs. I would rather see the majority of these eggs hatch with the father's stats, because that will more than get us, even without imprinting, through the brood mother fight, the gamma brood mother fight. So, or brood mother, however you want to pronounce it. Now, the RGs that I don't have here, I got a 1440 male from my wife. Once again, not the stat that she was really looking for. It didn't have her health stat. So, I'm like, don't let it die, I'll take it. It's better than anything I got right now. So, I grabbed it, and I'm trying to breed with the RG eggs. I'm trying to breed that 1440 into the stat, into my breeding pool. So, these pteranodons, now these ones here, they're going to be the ones that I'm looking for mutations from, because all of these are wild tames. Okay? So, this is my best male, currently. Alright? At 13, 15, and 345 stam. Okay? This is first gen, wild tame, and wild tame. This one might not be a wild tame, but I'm pretty sure it is. Nope, it is not. So, second generation, and possibly second generation here. Nope, wild tame. Alright. I'm here, I basically have her out because I like her colors. But yes, wild tame, maybe not a wild tame actually. Yeah. Not a wild tame. So, wild tame, second generation, and second generation. So, what we're trying to do is get mutations of his stats, because he's very well statted for a second generation dino. I'd like to get stamina mutations and health mutations out of them. Alright? The UDs, I'm currently just trying to build stock for a kibble farm right now. I will most likely take one of my best male that I hatch, imprint it, and that will be my boss dino. My boss UD. Because the stats don't need to be amazing on the UD, they just need to be alright for what we're trying to do right now. So, but at the rate that I breed all these dinos, okay, totally going to get mutations eventually. Just have to keep breeding. And then hopefully you get stats with good mutations, meaning you get your max stat on whatever stats that you're breeding into the pool, plus a mutation on top of that top stat. Boy, this stuff is confusing. It's a good thing ARC is trying to sit there and make this a little simpler. Wildcard is attempting. They said in the last community crunch that they were going to try to simplify the breeding process a little bit for players. But as far as I know, this is how all that works. So, I'm going to sit there and get ready to hatch some of these dinos, and I will bring you back when we are ready to go. See you then. Alright everybody, we're ready. We're back and ready to go. Alright. So, I'm going to start with the UD eggs because I really don't care too much on how these play out. Right now, I'm just trying to get a decent sized kibble farm built up as far as UDs go. Oh, it's got a minute. Let's see here. I'm gonna throw you out too. You've got 2 minutes. Alright. A lot of these shouldn't be that high. There we go. I'm gonna pick you up. By the time this one hatches here, that one should be ready to hatch, and then we'll get that one down and hatch this next one. So, gotta be right on top of these because I'm encumbered. So I can't exactly chase a uni around. Alright. I should have most of these eggs cooked down to about 2 minutes, so, or under a minute. That one, I don't know why that one's still like 2 minutes. And you are a male. Check that out. Alright. Well, I can guarantee the blue. Like I said, I don't really give a lot. I don't particularly care too much on the whole. This one should be. Alright, this has got 2 minutes. Alright, so a minute. Let's go further down. Try this one here. Alright, that one should be good. Oh, those are gonna hatch virtually at the same time, so we'll pull that one back. Musical stylings by vocalist Sister Pro. Alright, enough of my crappy musical stylings. Alright. This is what happens when I pull eggs at 50 seconds because my timers are all mixed up. I gotta start pulling these eggs and making sure they're cooked down further than what they actually are. Because of crap like that. Come on. Hatch. Hatch! Grr! Alright. There we go. Alright, black and green. Awesome. Colors are a good thing. Oh, I did it again. Crap. I forgot to change cryo pods. Son of a... Maybe it's a good thing these timers are like 2 minutes on some of these eggs. Alright. So, we will now throw out another egg. Hopefully... Alright, look at the little yellow bar. The ones that got a yellow bar on them are at least 2 minutes. Alright. The ones without the little smack of yellow at the end of them, they're down below a minute. 25 seconds. Alright. We got our first cryo pod? Yes. Okay. I don't want to throw out a bunch of baby dinos, because eventually if I keep throwing out the same ones, I'll eventually accidentally kill one, and I don't want to do that. This is like 2 or 3 days worth of breeding these dinos non-stop to get this many eggs unofficial. Come on. Any day now. Any day. Twins! Blue and green. Hey, get back here. 220. Ooh, you probably got good stats. Oh, it's a breeding pair of 220s in blue. Alright. Throw out Another one here, smidgy yellow. Sorry, standing on these ACs it like stresses my PS4 out with eggs on it. Like, I can't even really go, I can basically go near this hatchery just long enough to check timers on eggs when I'm cooking a bunch of eggs down, because it just, my PS4 just complains very, very, very badly. It whines. It's like, what are you doing to me? Which is kind of messed up because it's a Pro. So it should be able to more than handle this. And I don't even have, alright, your stats are crappy, most likely. Press cryopod. But you're just another female that can go into the kibble farm. Oh, you're even crappier statted. Oh, you're all black though. No, you might be blue. Yeah, it looks like you got a tint of blue. It's getting dark out. Alright. Next stage. Blue. Alright. Well, that one was down to like 10 seconds. Jeez. Ooh. What are your stats? 10-5. Stamina's decent. I don't think that's the best melee stat that I have, but your food is 3/4 the reason why your level's so high. Like I said, when I go to breed out my boss stat, I'm just gonna start with I'm basically going to start with 2 of the same stats, even if they're not my best stats, because I can breed stats in and just work from there. So. Let's see here. 20 seconds. 16. Four, 3, 2, 1, baby. Yeah, like I'll just put these all in the cryo fridge. And then look at their stats from while they're in the cryo fridge, because that's the easiest way instead of throwing them all out, because I'm not raising all these babies at one time. And that's the thing, to get imprints and stuff like that, you need to take your time with raising them. Man, I got bad indigestion today. Seriously. So, and we'll do an inventory of all the babies I got going on right now after the video here. So, because it's going to take a while to go through all these things. But I also don't want to sit there and just have a bunch of babies running around trying to catch them all before, and then have something important die on me. You know, like, not cool. I don't want to be calling DPS on myself because I let a dino starve to death. I'm not cool with that. I'm okay with shooting him, but I can't let him starve to death. Okay. You're getting a good mix here of male and female, so I'm glad to see that, because the last set of UVs I hatched were all male. Alright, run these guys over to the cryo fridge. Those RGs are adults. They're just kind of chilling in there. Matter of fact, we're going to pull those out and transfer all the empties in. Alright, I'm going to do the housekeeping work, and I will bring you guys back when we're ready to finish hatching things. Okay? See you then. Alright, we got 3 more UD eggs, and then we're going to do the Rex eggs too. Which those I'm interested in. Because as long as I don't get anything too crazy, any females that have at least the minimum stats are going to be worked back into the breeding line, so I don't have to worry about imprinting those. Males will be imprinted because they're going to be part of the boss fight, as long as there's no mutations. Oh, can't throw you out because you only got like 9 seconds left. Alright, so see, some of these I cooked way down. Oh, picked up the egg instead of imprinting on it. Alright. Okay. Check out this one. Most of these Rex eggs should be cooked right down, except for like this one, these 3 here, 4, because they're from the last one that last run that I did. Oh, you got absolute crap stats. You most likely are going to be heading to the slaughterhouse. The sinister slaughterhouse. Alright, so 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, hatched early. 163. A lot of the chances are a lot of these aren't any mutations at all. It's just different food stats, different stamina stats, stats that you necessarily don't really care too much about. Alright, you got a minute 46. Let's see if we can find a better time to egg. Alright, I'm going to let these cook down a little bit more. I'll bring you back when they are. See them? Alright. They should be cooked down a little bit more than they were. So, toss this one out. Yep, about 30 seconds is right where I wanted them. See, the problem is there's a little bit of a bug with the whole hatching system, where if the game lags, it will stall the timer, so the timer displays an improper time. Usually it's faster than what it actually is. That's kind of what happened with the Giga levels in the last one. Ooh, you're cool. You got white. What'd you get for stats? 13-2 with the low melee. Alright, we can work with the melee. It'll come up. So you got the crap stats from bombs, whichever mom you were bred with, but hey, he will, after imprinting, do the boss fight. Imprinting in a few levels, I imagine, I'm hoping about 15k health will at least get me the win on Gamma. 20 would secure it, but that would also mean giving up melee damage, and I'd rather have him hit harder than have a health stat. Alright, let's see what you come out as. You 278. So you got that, you got the melee damage. Alright. You are a good man. We will definitely be keeping you, because after imprinting we can put points into that health stat and you will most certainly survive that fight. Alright. as of right now, I'm not breeding for colors. I just want stats. That's why I'm doing this when it's dark outside and not waiting. But I am trying to stay by the torchlight. Oh, dude, you come on all red. You are cool looking. All red with the green belly from Samson's line. Oh, dude, you're awesome. And you got the crappy health, but you got the melee. Of course you end up with a not. Oh, you got the melee and the better stamina stat. And of course the better food stat. That might be the blue belly, I'm not sure. Oh. Oops. Whoopies. Did it again. Really gotta stop that. Oh, come on. Pick him up. Now it's lagging. Crap. Oh, don't do this to me. You, get in the Pokeball. This is, that right there is why I'm hatching them one at a time. Because I've officially had 2 DCs today with, alright, this one's in a minute, that's not too bad. But I've officially had 2 DCs today because I am in a state that's on quarantine and on lockdown, so people are working from home, and that really tends to suck down the bandwidth. I kind of live not in a rural area, but I live in a small town, and there's only one decent internet service provider in the area, so you get everybody working from home, and the internet connection just like, I pay for 100 megs, and like this morning I tested my internet speed and I was getting like 4 megs because of all the traffic. I mean, it went back up to a more acceptable speed, but it was just all that network traffic kept DCing me, so I'm just erring on the side of caution, if you want to say. You come out looking like mom with the health stat, alright, and you're a female, so you're most likely not going to get imprinted. You're going to just be worked into the breeding stat, or the stat pool. Okay, switch cryopod. Have to verbally remind myself. Alright. That's just ridiculous. They gotta fix the whole timers lagging out thing. Alright, that one's got a minute on it. That's got 237. Alright, so that one, this one's gonna hatch, then that one, as long as the timers are right. So, seriously, I switched cryoplots. There we go. It must not a registered switch. But yeah. Hopefully these timers stay correct. Because I'm going to hatch this egg, pick this egg up, and then let that egg hatch. And my PS4 is airplane use. I have 3 eggs out. You, level 283, got the crap health, so yeah. See what I mean? Alright, you can literally get just about any stat in between your stat range. So, you're going to be worked into the breeding pool as well. So no imprints for you. Like I said, I'll take inventory. I didn't expect to actually get any serious stats because I just haven't read enough. So, I mean, it can take a couple hundred eggs before you get dinos with the stats that you want, let alone mutations. Mutations, you can breed a couple hundred, if not a couple thousand times to get a staph mutation. Like, I've literally seen people, like my wife, for instance, she breeds RGs like they're water. And she breeds RGs like you drink water, right? Make this analogy. Okay. And I've literally seen her breed for 6 months before she got a mutation to the weight stat, which brought the weight up, the birth weight up by 16 points from 1440 to 1456. So, mutations are small, to say the least. However, you're a high level, really high level. Alright, you got the health and the melee. Please be a female. You're a male. Crap. However, it looks like you got the light blue belly from the event. Alright. So, open my inventory, take a drink. Take a drink. Watch him on John's food too while I'm in here. Like I said, colors are cool, but colors don't progress you in the game. At this stage, I am stat breeding. I don't care one bit about color at all. So, breeding takes forever. I wish I could mass hatch these without being feared, without DC. Because this would make life so much easier. I think I might actually try, like, if the timers weren't messed up, I could actually try to time out hatchings, but it's not a good idea. Not without somebody standing right here with me. Because one of us may DC, but the other one should stay going. Alright, what do we got? It looks like you may have gotten... you're a male too. Crap! Yeah, you got the stats too, so you're joining the party on the 18. Alright guys, I'm gonna get these guys put into the cryo fridge. Like I said, we'll inventory everything when we're done with all these babies. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, PTs and RGs is what we got left. So, looks like some of these eggs have got some significant timers on them. So, whoa, hey, get back here, RG. I wasn't ready for you yet. 27 seconds. We're gonna hatch these one at a time. Because I want to see if I get any mutations. Let's see here. Alright. You look kind of basic. So you didn't get either stat, but you're female. So you can be used for the kibble farm. We shall keep you. Internet, let's see, 169, you didn't get either of the stats either. You will most likely be sent to the slaughterhouse. Alright. Because I already, like, the reason he came out that color is because I have a breeding pair with better stats. So, yes. Breeding stats into dinos is a pain. As you can see, out of all them Rex eggs, only 2 Rexes that I can remember come out with the max stats. Everything else came out as the mom stats. So, in crying out loud, they were all freaking, the 2 good statted males were, or the 2 good statted Rexes were males, so doesn't help me there. So all I can do is raise up the females and create a bigger breeding pool, which will take approximately 3 days, I believe, if I don't worry about imprints and I just get them to juvie and let them eat out of a trough. It'll take about 3 days to get them raised up and add them into the breeding pool. And that's just so I get more eggs, honestly. Alright. You've got potential. You didn't get the health, but you got the stam. Alright. And because I'm breeding things that I already have colors, like I said, I'm not worried about colors. I want stats. I want me some stats. We're gonna throw out these last 2 eggs together. And then 27 and 21. Oh, we'll cook these down together and then pick them up. So once this egg gets about 30 seconds, I'll pick it back up. Alright. Let's see what we got. Alright, so this one is about 30 seconds, so that one should be a 20. Yep, right around 20. Okay. Alright, you got completely crap stats. I can tell by looking at you. It's a good thing you're a male because you're going to the slaughterhouse. And that's what I mean. Okay? The majority of what I bred with, okay, it's just like, this is a wild thing. His stamina was only 940, I believe, on the female that this baby came from. And Dad had 1340. Whoops. Dad had 1340. So what that means is Dad, alright, he ended up with he ended up with a stat somewhere in the middle. So it's a complete crapshoot, especially when you're trying to breed stats from one dino into another, into a set of dinos. It's a complete crapshoot of whether you get what you want or not. But that's why you focus on 1 or 2 stats and you work on getting a breeding pool with those stats. 191. You got good melee and good stam. Now, you're not completely useless. You could be part of the breeding pool, I guess. Oh crap. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Alright. Head over, put these PTs away. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Da-da-da. Hi, I'm Captain Chaos. This is my trusty sidekick, Kato. Oh my god, I have a serious case of squirrel syndrome some days. Alright. Put that down and back into there. Up, up, up. Oh, jeez. There we go. Okay. RG eggs. A vast majority of these should be cooked down. Yeah. Okay, so even though I'm not really going for colors, these are gonna come out all sorts of cool colors. And if they come out colors that I don't have, then awesome. But Sam, oh, you came out with 1440 and you're female. Great. Awesome. Alright, well I have a 1440 CC color. Dude, if all these things hatch 1440, I'm gonna be amazed. Okay, Pinky, you did not. You are most likely going to the slaughterhouse. Yeah, you got the really crap stats. Alright. You, unfortunately, buddy, will be going to the slaughterhouse. Alright. Because I literally already have that stat, or that color. Like, that exact color. Alright. Possibility. 290. You got the 1440. Awesome. Did you? 1440. Cool. Alright. We are in business. Oh, it's a shame. I like your colors too. But you got the crap stats. Alright. Pity. These ones are going to have a little bit more weight to them because I pulled them off. Alright. Wait a couple seconds. Drop another egg. There's about 20 seconds in between hatchings here. Spin around in a circle. Alright, that one's got a minute 40, a minute 30 on it. So. Alright. This could get a little bit chaotic. It's a good thing babies can walk around for a while before they die. But I'm pretty sure this video is over a half hour right now, and I don't want to just stand here and hatch eggs. I probably already bored you to death. If you've made it this far in the video, kudos to you, and if you haven't subbed, hit that sub button, because you obviously like my content. Jesus. So, unless I see something that's really gonna pop out at me, then I'm probably not going to check stats, because I can tell pretty much by the level what stats they've got and what they don't. If they've got the 1440, because it is one stat. Without that 1440, their level is below 200. You definitely got the stats. You got the health, the weight, and the melee. And you're a male. Awesome. You may have gotten the health, or the weight. As you can see, I'm not too worried. I need RGs as resources. They're actually probably going to get bred up before the Rexes for the team. Alright, so you basically hatched, you got the 1440, you got the health and the stam. It's the melee that drove yours down a little bit. Yeah, better than 200, that you usually at least got the weight. Alright. What did you end up with? You look goofy with that orange thing. Alright, so you got the health stat. Stam stats not too bad. You got the shitty weight. Blah 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 blah. Unfortunately, you're going to the grinder. The grinder. Alright. Alright, looks like we're all done. I'm gonna get the cryo fridge organized, and I will bring you back to inventory what we got, so we can actually take a look at any decent stats. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, so let's take a look through this cryo fridge. A couple of these UDs are older UDs. It's got crappy melee. He will be going to the slaughterhouse, because he's got the health and the stam. Excuse me, but not the melee. 308 melee, but crappy health. Good stam, though. Stam is a good thing in UDs for the boss fights, because the roars take up your stamina. You got the good health, but the okay stam, and the good melee. Alright, same with that one. Same with that one. And there's another one for the slaughterhouse. And another one for the slaughterhouse. That one's a possible keeper. Alright. They're like... Alright. Oh, that's a female. That can go to the kibble farm, but that one's going to the slaughterhouse. Alright. You are going to the slaughterhouse. You got okay stats. I wish I could get slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse. There's a female with nice stats, with the minimum stats. I wish I could get a female with the higher stam though. There's the higher stam. She's gonna stay around just because I want her stamina stat. Yeah. Oh, you got the melee damage and the stam. Cool. Alright. Well, there's the UDs. Alright. The snow eggs from yesterday. They got decent starting stam. Alright. One of these Rexes accidentally popped while I was cooking the eggs down, but the majority of them came out with 13-2, 555, like we said. Yeah, that one got the melee. I don't know if he's going to be on the team, but he'll definitely be a farmer once he's raised up. So did that one. 13-2, 555. 13-2, 555. There's those two males. Those two are definitely on the team. They will do the boss fight. RGs. Alright, so 1440 female. That's the one that looks like CC. That's slaughterhouse. 1440 male. 1440 female. 1440 male. Good. I'm happy with that's slaughterhouse. And that would be a keep. Because that's a 1440 with 449 melee. It's not bad. Yeah. Alright, we can work with this. You're going to the slaughterhouse, buddy. I'm sorry. Alright. PTs, we really didn't get anything too insane there because I already know, like, if it doesn't have at least 330 stam, it's not staying. Just because, yeah, like, that female's gonna have to go. And that male's going. Just because I don't want anything below 300 stam in the pool. Because it's gonna make it hard to get good mutations out of the dinos. And then the Gigas. Alright, now, I have a breeding pair of 685s. Alright? So, male 685, female 685. These two Gigas are not getting imprinted. They're just going to get raised. They're going to be used solely as breeders. Because I want to be able to hatch 685 almost guaranteed. And if you have two of the matching stats, if your dinos have the same stats, you can give yourself about a 50-50 shot per egg to get the matching stats that you want. That's why I was looking for a female with the male stats in those Rexes, because once I get that, I can breed out from there, and the likelihood that they're going to get that health and melee stat once I get a female with those stats is highly likely. Man, I got lucky in that hatching. They were looking for the 685s, and I got a breeding pair of 685s out of that batch. So the trikes, they're just going there. It's just a kibble raise. It is. That's really what it is. I also have a bunch of tech parasaur eggs, which is why I didn't hatch those, because I literally hatch them, raise them, and then kill them for electronic farming until I can get a a way to, I can't remember the name of the dino that farms silica pearls, but so I can make electronics. But it's how I keep myself with electronics, is I farm up, I raise them, I don't imprint them or anything of that nature, and then I throw them out, take them down, and then collect them with an RG. Unfortunately, that's how it goes in the life of Ark. Alright. Hatchery in the ground. Hatchery in the background. Alright, I'm Sinister Pro, and this has been another I Survive So You Can Thrive Ark Official Edition. As always, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I love hearing from you guys. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Love, peace, and rock and roll. It's all good for the soul. I'm out of here. Peace.